Holy Mondays. 7:27. Yeah. It's game time. It is. I hope you're ready. I'm ready. I hope you have prepared yourself. I genuinely do. I really do. If you have not, oh my friend, there could be an issue. Right here, winning in the morning. Kinsley Jordan, your winning coach. You got 30 seconds. Give it a share, give it a like, give it a follow. All the things that will make you continue getting the info you're looking for. Oh, so good this morning. Indeed, March 21st of the 2022nd year of our Lord. That's right, 7:29, top of the morning to you. Welcome to the Winning in the Morning. I'm Kinsley Jordan, your winning coach, and I could not be more pumped to be with you right now because we're getting after it. I don't know if you saw it. Good morning, Evan. Hello, meine Freund. No, actually, that's German for no, that's totally wrong. That's German for girlfriend. I mean, I suppose. No, definitely not. Yeah, this morning, I don't know if you saw the header of what we're talking about. Don't give up. Don't be talked out of what is in you. Don't do it. Why waste your time? Why let people convince you otherwise? Today, we're talking exactly about that. Don't get talked out. Don't get talked into something, into a false product. You're not false. You're the original. Don't get talked out of it. In case you haven't done it yet, you absolutely should. Before you do anything, if you haven't done it, make sure you subscribe, follow, hit the bell, do whatever you got to do because you don't want to miss out on exactly what we're talking about today. And another opportunity for you right now is you can join the Winning Network. Text to follow. That's all you got to do. Text winning right now, 405-645-7789. Keeps you in the know of what is happening this morning. So let's get after it. Let's just jump right into it. Not even going to waste any time. There are so many times where this comes up over and over and over again. That somebody has an idea. And this has happened, multiple times to some of the greats that we know. I would say the greats of what we're talking about, with the greats being some of the people that have brought the most prolific developments, ideas, businesses, inventions, capabilities. Some of the greats are literally the people that have been able to stick with what has been in their mind, has been able to stick with what is in their heart, even though the world had told them, you are absolutely out of your mind if you think that's a good idea. How many times? I can't even tell you how many times. How many times does this happen? That there's a lot of goodness, there's a lot of great things taking place, there's a lot of great ideas, there's a lot of great capabilities. However, we listen to what is outside of the door instead of what is inside of between our little ears. You know what I mean? We listen to what is outside of us, an opinion of people that don't understand what it is we're thinking or where we're coming from or what we're doing. We listen to their opinions instead of focusing on the conviction or the idea or the talent or trusting the gift that is inside of ourselves. And we get talked out of potentially some of the greatest developments that we could have been part of. Yeah, I'm talking about your personal life. Not only just your personal life. I'm talking about the capabilities that you have that for whatever reason, maybe you wanted to do something. Maybe you wanted to go after something. Maybe you wanted to start something. Maybe you had an idea where you said, gosh, I really think this is a I really think this is something here. I really think there is. But everybody around you, the people that you shared your idea with, or you shared your capability with, or you shared your gifting with, or you shared your calling with, or you shared your passion with, you said it and they said, oh, that is the dumbest thing. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, you can do that, I suppose, but that just doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? And then you follow that and you don't do it. That very well may be one of the reasons why you look around you at times. I'm not saying this is the case for you, but I'm just saying this very well may be one of the reasons why you sit and you look at the things around you and say, I'm not sure I like any of what I'm seeing here. It's not what I wanted to be doing. It's not what I think is I'm capable of. It's not what I want to dive into. Like, I'm just kind of like living this comfortable life that I'm sure somebody would like, but I don't feel like it's the thing that I should be going after. How many times have you been convinced not to do something that you had a pulling, a drive, a motivation for in your mind, in your heart, and you didn't go after it? How many times does this happen? I'll tell you, it happens a lot. Of the people that I talk to, the clientele that we help here at the Winning Network, there are so many times where we are having to undo the damage that has been done by those people who are for you. Yeah, that's an emphasis point. I'll say that again. There's so many times where we are having to do damage control, healing, work through things because of the people who have been there to, I'm just here to help you. I'm just trying to help you not make the same mistakes that I have, and I just think it's wisdom that you probably not do that. I think it's probably a good idea. Good morning, Tylee. Hello, top of the morning to you. So good to see you. Trevin Watkins. Hello. Good to see you, brother. Evan Neal. Yes, meine Bruder. How are you? Guten Morgen. There it was. Yeah. What I'm not saying, clarify what I'm not saying is there is a difference between opinion and wisdom. There is a difference. There are very few people in your life, I would imagine, if statistically, if you were anything like the rest of the populace or the majority of people that I get to talk to, there are very few people that have a lot of people in their life who are speaking to them out of wisdom and concern for them instead of opinion. Case in point, go to social media. Literally the place you're watching this right now. I guarantee you, if you scroll up or down, don't do it right now. Don't do it right now. But if you scroll up or down within 3 posts, you're going to find an opinion that is trying to get you to do something. And that is exactly that. It's an opinion. What does it take? What does it take to be able to have somebody have wisdom to be able to speak into your life? Because this is something that we look past over and over and over again. We look past this all the time. There are very few people who have a relationship enough with you to be able to have a dominant position of influence into your life. You know why? I'll tell you why. Well, first we get a comment. Evan said they can't do it. Hold on. Here we go. I gotta get this right because it's a little bit off. Here we go. Evan says they can't do it, so they try to project that on you. Watch me do it. Yes, Evan, 100% true. Gosh darn it, I did it again. Here you go. Now you can see the comment. Yes, 100%. This is so incredibly true. Most of the time, you know why I know this is true? I'll tell you. Can I have a total just confession of a moment? I'll tell you. Is because I have been the person projecting on people before. Oh, that is so painful to admit. It really is. Here, do I have a sound effect for it? Yeah, it does. Here we go. I know, such a depressing thing. But I promise you always get transparency with me. That's what you get. I have been the person that has been projecting upon other people. No, I've been the negative Nancy, sorry Nancy, or the terrible Tom, sorry Toms. I've been that person before where I saw what they were doing. Frankly, I was jealous about it. I was jealous that they were doing it. I'm not proud to admit it. I'm just telling you, I have been there. Where I was somebody's not advocate. I wasn't fighting for them. In fact, I was just kind of like being negative against them because I was jealous. I was jealous of what they were doing. That was an immature point in my life, probably like a week ago. But no. It was definitely an immature place in my life, a point that's something I needed to work through. But looking back at it, I was supposed to be somebody that should have been encouraging, uplifting, and edifying what it was that they were doing, helping them to find their pathway. And I was not being that. I was being somebody who, because of my jealousy and because of my inability to be able to figure out and ask, I was literally being a roadblock. I say this to you not to just beat on myself this morning, because I've learned my lessons, I've moved forward. We all have to learn lessons. I say this to you this morning because of this. There are people in your life who may have the best laid intentions of helping you. And for the majority of your life, they may have been there to help you. But I'm asking you to think about this. People are human. Hurting people hurt people at times. We're not perfect. So if we put all of our faith and all of our trust in the opinion of one person that is a human just like you and I, and one person that at times makes mistakes just like you and I do, and they don't know or understanding what's stirring this thing in your heart. They don't understand the thoughts of what's going on in your mind. They don't understand the calculus of what's taking place. If we put our trust in somebody who does not have legitimate influence into our life, influence being this, I'm going to throw it up here in a comment. Actually, yeah, hold on. I'm going to throw this up here. A legitimate influence is this. This is what I'm talking about. Here we go. Influence is this. Influence equals time times relationship. Boom. I just threw it in here. I should have had that made before, but now you have it. Relationship equals time times relationship. You're not able to see it yet. When you look at what that influence is in your life, when you look at what that needs to be or can be or has to be, there's not a lot of times that somebody will safeguard and protect what it is that you are working on and what it is you're driving towards as much as you will. There's very few times. Because most of the time, if you really want to think about it, there are giftings that you have, talents that you have that maybe other people don't understand. They don't understand because that's not in their head. Here it is. Influence is equals time times relationship. So if you look at your life and you look at the people around you, the people that you spend most time with you, now here's the deal. There can be positive influence and there can be negative influence. There can be. You can spend a lot of time with a terrible boss and they have an influence on you and it ain't good. For real. There are people in your life as you look around it. When you look at the people closest to you who do have a relationship with you, who do have time with you, those people have influence into your life. The question I would ask you today is, are you surrounding yourself with people that their influence is a net positive, meaning overall, is their net positive encouraging you, helping to encourage and accelerate you to the place that you need to go? And I know we can't pick our family, and some of us have awesome families, and some of us have really challenging situations. I'm not saying that you can't pick your family. We don't have the option to be able to do that. We do get to grow together as our family. We do get to grow in situations and be a light where we go. But I'm talking about the people that we do have a choice to position ourselves around. What type of influence do they have into your life? And this is why I bring this up today, is because in your life, if you think about the passion and the drive, the knowledge, the ideas, the talent, the skill that you have, if you think about these things as real, tangible capabilities, if you think about the thoughts and ideas that you have not as a dream of someday, but instead as a box full of $25,000. Oh, now I have your attention. Now we just got serious. Oh, Kinsley, hey. Woo! Now we're talking about money. Kinsley, I'm interested. You got me. I'm all ears. Go ahead with your box of $25,000. If you consider this, the ideas that are in your head, the talent that you have, the skills, the drive, the passion that you have, and I know we talk about this all the time, but I'm telling you, I talk about it all the time because I'm probably the only person talking to you about it. I'm probably the only person potentially who you have in your life right now that you're listening to, that it gets you to think differently about how you are applying these natural gifts and talents that you have. If you treated your gift, your talent, your natural ability as a precious resource, a box of $25,000, a box of diamonds, a box of gold, if you treated those ideas, would you just walk up and give it to a stranger? If you would, we have a whole different conversation on our hands. But this is one of the things that we have. This is one of the things that are a real challenge, is so many times in life, we treat our greatest gift and our greatest resources as something to be just shared with everybody. The reality is everyone is not there. Not every single person has the intent to build you up. And what happens is when you share this resource, this golden opportunity, this box of $25,000, these ideas that you have in your head, these talents and gifts that you have, these passions that you have, what happens if you share this in the wrong place with people that don't have the same drive or understanding or motivation that you have, is that they look at that and they don't value that the same way that you value that, or they don't value that like you should value it. And then they do this next thing, which is just tragic, is they try to convince you that it's not valuable. They try to convince you to see things from their perspective of, this goes back to Evan's comment earlier. They try to convince you that what you have and what you're doing is not a box of $25,000. It's not a box of gold. Your ideas aren't anything special or prolific. Your value that you bring isn't it. I mean, that business idea is just, now who's going to actually buy something like that? Who's going to actually buy something? You want to talk about business ideas that most people would have laughed at? How about a pet rock? A pet rock. We're talking about a rock a dude polished, put some googly eyes on, and sold them and made millions of dollars. A pet rock. What would happen if the maker of the pet rock had listened to his friends who had said, oh, that's a terrible idea? Now, I'm not saying go out and make a business on a pet pencil tomorrow. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is if you allow somebody else to convince you of your value without searching, finding, and identifying that for yourself, for your own gift, nobody should care more about your value and your gifting more than you do. No one should. Because what that says to me is if they value your skill and talent more than you value it, is that you don't even know what that skill, gifting, talent is. And that you need to look for. You need to find it. If that's you, if you're saying, man, I don't know what this is, then just, here, shameless plug. You need to make your way right on down to this old place. Boom. TheWinningNetwork.com. Get signed up, subscribe. We can help you. Okay, shameless plug over. But if you don't know what that is, and you so easily can be convinced of other people who have influence in your life that maybe shouldn't have influence because they are not aligned with your mentality. They are not aligned with your ideals. They are not aligned. They have influence because maybe they spend time and they have a relationships of sorts with you. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. But you can so easily get talked out of what's in you because of what somebody from the outside says. One of my favorite quotes ever. I'm going to leave this up. I'm going to leave this up here. This little influence equals time relationship. I'm going to leave that up here because you need to keep on saying this. This is really important. One of my favorite quotes ever, I love it, is that the lion does not concern himself or herself with the opinions of sheep. I'll say that again. The lion does not concern himself, or the lioness does not concern herself with the opinions of sheep. You know why? Sheep do what they do. They follow. That's what they're supposed to do. They herd together, they see their little companions, and they stick exactly where they're at. And they keep getting what they have. So many times in my life, I have realized that I have had a sheep mentality. I have had a sheep mentality that has led me to just follow along with what was convenient and comfortable of what other people had done. And this goes right back to this idea is that people say the greatest way of the greatest form of flattery is repetition, or is copying something. So if you're getting into a business, you can follow somebody else's business business model. If you're trying to go achieve what they've done, you can follow their model. I'm not saying you have to pave a new road every single time. Sometimes it's very beneficial to learn from those who have accomplished what you're accomplishing. But here's the thing you gotta realize is that you can take the lessons learned from somebody else, but don't do it in the perspective of trying to accomplish the gift, talent, or goal that they had. You need to take those lessons learned and apply it to your gift and your talent and your ideas and your passion. Take that process that they used to get where they want to go and apply that to what you have inherently been given and been gifted. That is what is so important that I need us this morning to understand this, to be able to grab hold of this. Is this mentality, and we got several comments that I want to get to be able to show. This mentality so many times pulls you out of what you are made to do, convinces you to not do what you should be doing, and keeps you in a place you never wanted to be in the first place. I wish I could say that again. I don't even know what I said. It was such an anointed moment. I don't even know what I said. I'll try to say it again. Dave, if we could go back and we'll get that clip for social media because I don't even know what it says. Thanks, buddy. If you listen to people who don't understand what's in your head, to only do things that other people have done, it will take you places that they have gone to, but not necessarily where you want to go to. Accomplishing what you want to do. You know why I keep on hitting on this? Is because you have innate capabilities and gifts and anointings and talents and mindsets and ideas that no one else has. You are an original. You're not a carbon copy of anybody. You're literally the one living original of you right now. There's not a duplicate of you walking around unless you're identical twin. But even still, they have a different soul. They have a different spirit. They're their own person. You have your own ability. Tito Goose says, don't give people in the nosebleed sections of your life the benefits of those who have paid and earned the right to sit in the front row. Oh my God. Oh my Lord in heaven. Woo! That is so good. Tito. That is so incredibly good. So good. My gosh. Holy smokes. Read this one more time. In case you didn't read this. Read this one more time. In fact, Tito, I'm gonna send you something real quick. I'm gonna send you a message. See if you're able. Read it one more time. Don't give people in the nosebleed sections of your life the benefit of those who have paid and earned the right to sit in the front row seats. These are the people who should have and should be able to have this influence in your life. And those who have influence, those who should have influence into your life are the people, are the mentality that understand the person that you are, understand the drive, understand the way that you think. And when they understand the way that you think, they can also protect the way that you do things. They can also help to protect your ideas. They can help to protect who you are. That alone, right there is the reason why. I'm telling you, don't today, whatever you do, wherever you're coming from, whatever you're thinking, whatever is happening, do not let anyone talk you out of what is in you. This is the whole header of today. If you have an idea and it seems crazy, but the people who love you and know you the most and truly encourage you are saying, listen, like that's really not a bad idea. You should really build this out. Like you should start talking to people who have maybe done something like this before and take those lessons learned and apply it to your own life. If you are getting that, then listen to those people you can trust. If all you're getting is opinions, as Tito so awesomely said right there, boom, here it is. Throw it up there one more time. If you're getting the opinions of those in the nosebleed section or the armchair quarterbacks or everybody who's not living your day-to-day life and telling you, oh, you need to be doing this because, I did it, my uncle did it, and I think you had to do it. That's not a good reason to listen. It's not. Those who truly care enough about what it is that you do, the gift and the talent and the mindset that you have, will also be the people who will be able to and willing to walk through that process with you. So if somebody, here's a litmus test for you. A litmus test I think is really important. I want to leave that, I'm going to leave that comment out. Can we leave? Yeah, let's leave that comment out. This is really important litmus test. If somebody is giving you advice or their opinion, or they say that it's wisdom, and they say, oh, yeah, absolutely, you should do that. Yeah, 100% you should do that. And your next question is, that's awesome. I really appreciate that. Would you help me do that? Would you mind showing me how to do that? If their answer is anything other than, yeah, I'd love to be able to show you, then then I would not take that advice, just personally. This is just me. I would not take that advice as something that you should follow. Because if they are not willing, if somebody is willing to give you an opinion or give you advice, but they're not willing to help you walk through that yourself, that is only that. That's an opinion. That's not wisdom. That's not guidance. That's not anything else. They should be willing to point you in the right direction. If you are asking for that help or that guidance or that direction, they should be willing to be able to do that. If you ask them, they should be willing to do that. If not, the chances are maybe they don't know how to do it themselves. And if they're giving you advice or opinion on something that they don't know how to do themselves, then really it is truly just that. It's just an opinion. And again, good morning, Brianna Gable. And again, as we look at the talent and the skills and the gifts and the mindset that we have, and we see what it is, and we have those ideas, and you have these giftings that have been placed in your heart, they were given to you for a reason, to protect them, to look at them, to know what they are, and to develop them, and to go out and do something with them, not to just sit and stare at them forever. They weren't. So today I ask you that. What is it in your life that you have been talked out of, that has been in you and it has stayed in you? There's been several things that I've been talked out of. There have been several things where I've been, believe it or not, yes, there have been several things I've been talked out of that in my heart I was very convicted I was supposed to be doing it. And it happened a couple of times. And I went back and it was really pretty immediate. I was like, nope, I got to go do this. There have been several times where there's been something in my mind, a vision of what I had in my mind. And I said, listen, we can do this. And there was not a whole lot of people sitting around the table that were like, yeah, this is 100%. In fact, the only thing that was left was, well, how are you going to get that much money to do? How are you going to pull people together? You know, people have tried this before and it hasn't worked. Yeah, how are you going to, I just don't understand. You know, I'm not sure that this is the right time. I just, you know, that's just a little bit too big of a vision. It's a little bit too big of a vision. To which this is what I have to say now, after having these experiences and realizing this. If it's too big of a vision, that's why I have it and you don't. Because it's not your vision, it's mine. If the idea doesn't make sense to you, it's because it's not your idea, it's my idea. It's because it's been stirring in my heart. It's because it's been stirring, and I'm not saying this to you. I'm saying this is what has happened in these conversations that I've had with people that have given opinions and not necessarily direction per se. The reason why you think it's too big is that you don't see a pathway to yes. But I do. And it's in my mind. And this is why I'm sharing it. It's possible. We can do this. We can get after it. We can get after doing that. Today, there's people in your life who don't understand the things that you talk about. They don't understand the mindset that you have is because they've never been to the place that you have been. But think about this. You have already been there because you have seen what is possible in your mind. Why? Because you've been given a gift for that. You've been given a talent for that. They don't see it and understand it because they haven't seen the house built before it was even before there was even a foundation laid. People are not going to understand the ideas and the vision and the passion that you have, because you have a gift that the world needs. You have a talent that the world needs. You have an anointing that the world needs. And for so many of us, it may be the first time that there are other people around us who have seen and are witnessing what it is that we are bringing to the table, that God has placed inside of us. It may be the first time that they are seeing this. And this is why I'm saying don't you dare get talked out of what God has placed in you, is because do not get talked out of the gifts and talents and skills and abilities that you have, is because you may be the first person that has come to the table with this idea ever. And the reason why other people have a hard time understanding it is because they've never seen anything like it. They've never seen the idea. They've never seen the attitude. They've never seen the drive. They don't understand. People are not going to understand. They're not going to understand. The very first time, I remember, the very first time we ever got a computer, the very first time we got a computer at the farm, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like 10 years old. I had no idea. I had no idea what I was doing, how to put it together, anything like that. You know why? Because I had never had a personal computer at home until Mom and Dad came home from the state fair with a bag cell phone and a computer and the internet. It was a big day in the Jordan household. It was a big day at the Jordan Ranch. But I had no idea what was going on. Why? Because I had never had a personal computer before. I had heard of them, but I had never done anything with it. So it took me a long time to figure out what to do with this thing. So don't be shocked when you share something that you have had in your heart and had in your mind. Don't be shocked when you have this thing that you bring to the world that nobody has seen before and you've never shared before, and people don't understand what it is and they don't understand what to do it. Why? They are not the ones to protect and guard and to shepherd that into existence. You are. If they were the ones supposed to be doing it, they would have done it, but they didn't. You are the one that has it. So don't be shocked when there are walls and barriers that you have to walk through. Don't be surprised when you have a vision and a dream and a goal that is in you and people try to talk you out of it because they don't understand what it looks like. You know why they don't understand? Is because they weren't the ones supposed to be doing it. You were. That would be a point to give a clap in the chat and give a little shout of amen. That would be the moment. I'm not trying to preach to you today. What I am trying to do is encourage you to realize what is in you. That's it. This is what we do at the Winning Network. We help businesses, individuals, companies, organizations to realize the actual talent and the real value that they have so they can do something that nobody else has done ever before that is inherent and innate to their ability. That is what we do. That's what we do. If you got a business, you're struggling, you need to talk to us. If you're an individual and you're completely lost in your life, you need to talk to us. You do. I say it confidently because we help thousands of people all the time. This is literally what we do. And this is why you hear the same thing from me over and over and over again. In fact, if you're interested, you can text this right now. If you say, yes, my business is struggling, I need help, text WINNING right now, 405-645-7789. If you're an individual, you say, Kinsley, I need help. Listen, text WINNING 405-645-7789. People say, oh my gosh, is this a pay thing? Yeah, anything that has value is worth purchasing. Yes, 100%. This is, yeah, 100. Yeah, there's no question about it. Yes, if there is value, you do not pay a general person to do something that is very specific. The Winning Network, we're specific. We help people win. This is it. This is why we do Winning in the Morning, is that there's nobody else right now in your stream speaking this encouragement to you. That's why you're listening to this, either now or later, is because we believe in you. That's what it's all about. You have something that nobody else has. So do not be talked out of what the thing is that you have, the anointing, the mindset, the talent, the gifting, the ability, the idea, the business, the model, the encouragement. Don't be talked out of what is in you by somebody who doesn't understand what's in themselves. Oh, good grief. Man, I will preach it today. Yes, I shall. So this morning, I'm telling you, 8:02, I hope this has been encouraging to you. I think it probably has, I think it has. I'm encouraged. I'm charging out the door. I'm not getting talked out of anything. That doesn't mean I won't listen to wisdom. But just like Tito said, I'm going to throw this up there one more time. Just like Tito said just a little bit ago, one of our good friends here at the Winning Network, he said this: Don't give people in the nosebleed sections of your life the benefits of those who have paid and earned the right to sit in the front row seats. There are some of us who have been listening our entire life to the nosebleed sections, who don't know anything about the life that we live and don't know anything about the game that we are, what we're going after in our lives. And we've been ignoring the great wisdom that is right next to us. Today, take the great wisdom that's right next to you. Take the wisdom of the people who truly believe in you, and they believe in the things that are in you, and they believe in the giftings that are in you, and believe in the person that is in you, and believe in the characteristics that is in you. Those people are the people that you can trust. Why? Is because they have this right there. They got influence in your life because they have spent time and they got relationship. So it is absolutely worth it for you to go after today the thing that is in you and do not get talked out of it. Don't. Got several comments. Evan said, boom. Right there. Yeah, buddy. Love it. Tylee, hello. Dang, we have an anointing. Yes, you do. Don't get talked out of it. Jeremy Glenn, preach the wisdom. I absolutely will. Won't get talked out of it for a second because you got to know today you got something in you, placed in you intentionally, not accidentally. You have a purpose that is driving you in a way that should be driven because somebody needs to hear it, somebody needs to see it, somebody needs to experience it, and you are the person to bring that to the table. Do not get talked out of it. Don't be convinced otherwise. Don't pass go or collect $200. But stay focused on what it is that you are able to do. All I can do is encourage you. All we can do is lead you to water. It's up to you to drink right there. If you haven't done it, subscribe, share, hit the bell. Friends, we're winning this morning. I hope you are. I hope you're getting ready for it. I hope you're getting up for it because I am ready to crush it. My friends, my family, we heart you. Share it with somebody today. Somebody who needs this encouragement. Somebody who needs this uplifting. Somebody who needs a little bit of winning in the morning right here. My friends, I'll see you Wednesday. I love being with you. And you're going to get after it today. We'll see you. Hey!